That is Newton's third law is 0 in your case. No? Only some students are there to give me that action and reaction. Others all are 0. 0 action, 0 reaction. Okay. Adi, what was the topic we covered? Tell me, Adi. Adidev.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, what was the last topic we covered?
Newton's third law.
Okay, tell me, what is Newton's third law, Adidev?
Every action there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Okay, good. Did we discuss conservation of momentum, children? Did we discuss? Yes or no? Did you have a topic like conservation of law of momentum? We are studied. Petra, did we cover that topic, conservation of momentum, Petra?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Still, there are so many offing the video off. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only. Hadidi, Emil, Savio, Adil came and gone. I can understand he had a network problem. Others from the beginning onwards, no. Rifa. Okay, children. So, now we are moving on to last topic of this chapter, conservation law of momentum. So far we have studied 3 laws. Okay. Vishnupriya, what is the name of the first law, Vishnupriya?
Law of inertia.
Inertia, good. Hein Steve, what do you mean by the word inertia, Hein Steve? Inertia. Inertia. Nirvama, what do you mean by the word inertia, Nirvama?
It is the inherent property of an object to remain in the state of
State of
rest or state of motion.
Motion, that is inertia. Okay. Anne-Marie, what is the name of the Newton's second law? What's the name of Newton's second law?
Law of momentum.
Okay, law of momentum. Anjita Benny, what is momentum? Momentum. Tell me, what is momentum? Definition of the momentum. Children, once in a week you are coming to the class. Again, next class on next Monday. If you just sit quietly, what's the point of it? Melvin, what is momentum, Melvin?
The rate of change in momentum is directly proportional to be applied unbalanced force in the direction of force.
Okay, very good. That's okay. So my question was not Newton's law. My question was, what is momentum? So you have told me statement of Newton's second law. Okay, Melvin. My answer I didn't get. What is momentum? Pedra, what is momentum? Pedra.
Product of mass and velocity.
Product of mass and velocity. Okay. Okay. Rosebi, what is the name of Newton's third law?
Law of impulse.
Law of impulse. Very good. Fia, what do you mean by the word impulse, Fia?
Strong force act in short time.
Yeah, strong force which is acting short time. Correct. Okay. So law of impulse. So from all these things, already third law already have written, for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So now conservation law of momentum is the combination of all these laws. We are going to see how all these laws are applied in a particular situation. Here we are taking a collision of two balls. Collision of two balls. So if you talk about in a daily life, just like an example, a bike and a car is coming and colliding. My question is, before collision, the bike and car is having a particular velocity. Before collision, bike and the car is having a particular velocity. Will they have the same velocity after collision? Arjun. Arjun. Yeah, Arjun, did you get my question?
No.
A bike and car, before collision, they are having a particular velocity. Before collision or before accident, we say. After accident, will they have the same velocity?
No.
No, they will not have the same velocity. Correct. But conservation law of momentum is saying that before accident, what was the total momentum of bike and car? That will be equal to the total momentum after the accident also. So in simple way we can say conservation of momentum states that initial momentum before collision will be equal to the final momentum after collision. So practically when you think, ma'am, how it is possible? Momentum is the product of mass and velocity. After accident, naturally the velocity changing, but still how they get momentum. So this is what we are coming to a universal law. Universal law of energy. That means energy neither be created nor be destroyed. It only transforms. Have you studied this one in small classes? Sixth or somewhere?
No, ma'am.
Huh? Yes or no?
No.
No. Yeah. Why it is saying? So here, what this is the implication of this momentum here. Conservation law of energy is there. That is coming in your next chapter, work, energy, power. So actually what we say that now a light, you switch on the light. Once we are sending, when the current is working, current is flowing, light energy is formed. Actually, what was the conversion of energy taking place there? When the when the bulb is lighting, what type of energy conversion taking place in that? Haya? Haya? All of you on the video, still only the beginning, some few students, the same students, the video is on. Others all off. Okay. Haya, where is Haya? Haya, she was here. Hadidi? 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 Hadidi, can you hear me? Hadidi, what happened to the video? Hello? Whether she is there, I don't know. Okay. Rifa, I'm asking one question to you.
Yes,
When
ma'am.
you light a bulb, actually what energy we are giving to light a bulb? How?
Light energy.
Light energy later. To have that light energy, what energy you are giving?
Mechanical.
Electrical energy. Correct. So when we switch on, actually you are giving electrical energy. When the bulb lights, what happened to that electrical energy, Rifa? Electric energy, what's the use of light in our life? What's the use? What's the use of light in our life?
To help
To help to see the things. So when you give electrical energy, actually what is happening? Electrical energy is converting into light energy. Similarly, when I speak to you, my energy, muscular energy, Okay, you already learned muscular force in 8th standard, correct? So our muscular energy converting into my sound energy. So that is the meaning of conservation law of energy. Energy neither be created nor be destroyed. It only transforms. Understood? So when you talk about conservation law of momentum, before collision and after collision, there will be velocity changes. But when you calculate mathematically, both momentum will be equal. So that is conservation law of momentum. For example, a person before running and after running. Will that person will be same? My question to you. Surya Krishna, correct now? Yeah, Surya Krishna shaking the head. A person before running and after running, he is the same person. There is no change in the shape or size. Maybe he get tired. He get tired because he used his energy to run. But still, he is the same person before running, after running. Not like after running, he turned into some other person or some object. The same thing applicable in the case of physics when you talk about conservation law of momentum. So we are going to prove that what this conservation law of momentum, how can we prove it? Once you get an idea, we need to prove that. Okay, we need to prove it. So that's what we are going to prove of conservation law of momentum. So actually, what is the conservation of law of momentum? The momentum before collision of an object is equal to momentum after the collision. Okay. Yeah. Okay, children. So this is the statement of conservation law of momentum. Instead of saying total momentum before collision, we can also write law of conservation of momentum in a simple way. Instead of saying this statement, we can also say that law of conservation of momentum states that total momentum in a system remains conserved. Total momentum in a system remains conserved means whatever happened, whether it's a collision, whether it is a collision, whether it is something else, whatever it may be, the total momentum remains conserved. Okay. So we are moving on to proof. So yeah.
Ma'am, can
So
you show the slide again?
First one. Okay. Yeah. So I have given this picture. I will explain to you later because once I did not prove, you will not able to understand. So actually the first slide in the picture is showing a cart is moving with the velocity mc and brick is velocity mp. Then before that how they are, and after that they both are moving together. Still both of the momentum is same. So that we prove it with the help. Can we change it? Can I change, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So, children, yeah. So, we are having here two balls. We are having here two balls. First ball, blue ball with mass m1. Second ball is a magenta ball, which is m2. They both are moving in the same direction. First, the ball has u1 and second ball has an initial velocity u2. Now what is happening? What is happening that this blue ball is colliding with the magenta ball. Okay. My question to you. If two people are colliding, which person, for example, I can just talk about Prajod Krishna and Adil Muhammad. Prajod Krishna and Adil Muhammad, these both are colliding accidentally. Just think. Now, my question to you, who will exert the force? Either Prajod or Adil. What's your answer? Anyone can answer for it. When Prajod and Adil is colliding, my question is, who will exert the force? Will both will exert or only one person exert? Anyone? Even Adil can answer, Prajod can answer. Anyone? Tell me. If you don't answer, I cannot continue the class.
Both.
Both. Correct. Yeah. So when an object is colliding, okay, even a chalk piece is falling down, chalk piece turn into pieces. So when they fall, chalk piece also exerting force on the floor, floor also exerting force on the chalk piece. That is what they both are, chalk piece turn into pieces. Same thing happen. If the Prajot is, Adil is colliding, Adil also will get hurt, Prajot also will get hurt. Why? There is an impulse. So it's a very impulse. A great force is short time. Maybe Adil also will get, Prajot also will get hurt. So that is the impulse. So using that, we go back to that definition again. We can talk it that. So we just assume the force exerted by blue ball is F1. We assume the force exerted by blue ball on pink ball is F1. And there is, by Newton's third law, there is an equal and reaction force exerted by pink ball on blue ball. So both are exerting. And after collision, after that, both of them, okay, both of them are moving separately. After collision, what must I have? Already you told me. When bike and car accident, their velocity changes. Same thing happened here. So blue ball velocity now turn into V1 and pink ball velocity turn into V2. Okay. So this is the situation. So this is the situation we discuss. Now what we have to do? We have to prove. We have to prove the theory. Is initial momentum before collision equal to final momentum after collision? So next step, find out the initial momentum before collision, what happened to both. Okay. So we are having, you don't have to copy. In the note already I have given. Just understand. That's what I wanted. When I explain, you just listen to me, the steps. If you don't understand, you just ask me. Okay. So now already I explained to you, both the balls collide. Therefore, first ball exert a force on second ball exert a force on first ball. Since first ball went and collide, you know the first ball is behind it. You can look at here, in the previous slide, actually who went and hit it? The first ball went and hit it, not the second ball. Second ball was moving nicely, but the first ball is the one who went and hit it. Okay. So let us now find out initial momentum of first ball first. Yeah. So let us consider initial momentum of ball 1, M1, U1. Final momentum of ball 1. After collision, it becomes M1, V1. Then change in momentum. We are talking about only first ball. Change in momentum will be final momentum minus the initial momentum. Since M1 is common, since M1 okay, since 1 minute. Since M1 is common, after collision and before collision also ball 1 same mass. So take out m1 outside, then we got it v1 minus u1. Therefore, rate of change in momentum of ball 1 we represent as F12. Why F12? First ball exerting force on second ball. M1 into V1 minus U1 divided by T. Okay. Okay, children. Now, I coming back to you. Yeah. Yes. Meghna, what was Newton's second law, Meghna? Statement of Newton's second law.
Newton's second law states that the rate of change in momentum is directly proportional to the applied unbalanced force.
Yes, applied unbalanced force. So now understood why we got m1 into v1 minus u1 by t as F12 because of the Newton's second law. So by Newton's second law, why this is coming 1 minute. So by Newton's second law, we are getting an equation that is F12 is equal to m1 into v1 minus u1 by t. So where what is F12? Force by first ball on second ball. Okay? Yeah. Clear? So let it have one equation there. So that is what we are here. Rate of change in momentum ball 1 is equal to F12 m1 into v1 minus u1 by t. So far we have found out the change in momentum of first ball. Let us now go back to the second ball. Similarly, we don't have to go for the previous steps. Directly we can say rate of change in momentum of ball 2 is equal to F21 m2 into v2 minus u2 by t. We don't have to go for the steps. Already in the first one, see. First one already step by step we have written how we are getting this equation. But here it was u1, v1. But when you talk about second ball, what changes we have to do? We only have to change v2, u2. So you don't have to go for the steps. Now here I told you, this is now Newton's second law. The equation what we got is Newton's second law. Now next we are going to apply third law. So by third law of motion, F12 is equal to minus F21. Why? F12 is the action. Blue ball hit the pink ball. Reaction. Pink ball hit the blue ball. So that's why I have written minus, because they are in opposite direction. Now what is the next step? Substitute both equation here. You get it. Now the similar terms get cancelled. Time is same. Both the time is same. So we can cut off. Then we are getting only is the final equation m1 into v1 minus u1, which is equal to minus m2 into v2 minus u2. Now it's a pure max. We are going to expand. When we expand, you are getting m1 v1 minus m1 u1, which is equal to minus m2 v2 plus m2 u2. Okay. Now what is the next step? We just expanded both the sides. Now all the u terms put together, all the v terms put together. All the u terms put together, v terms put together. So that means what we do? Bring m2 v2 near m1 v1, take m1 u1 into m2 u2. Finally, we are getting an equation m1 u1 plus m2 u2, which is equal to m1v1 plus m2v2. What is u1, u2? Initial velocity of the first ball and second ball. What is v1, v2? Final velocity after collision of first ball and second ball. Now this side now become total momentum of the system. That is initial momentum of the first ball plus initial momentum of the second ball. Right side what we got? Final momentum of the first ball and final momentum of the second ball. Thus we got the final conservation of momentum, total momentum of the system before collision equal to total momentum of the system after collision. Thus we have proved this one. Clear? Okay, it's a pure maths, children. Anyone have any doubt regarding this? It is in your textbook. If you don't understand this, 5 more minutes for our class. I can repeat for you which part if you are not okay with it. If you don't open, I cannot explain. Tell me, what's your problem? What's your problem means anyone have doubt? Hadi, Aditya, sign up, all video is off. I don't know whether you understood. When I look at Nirubama, Adidev, Prachoda and all, I can feel it, whether they understood or not. Those who are not owning the video, I cannot understand. Your expression doesn't tell me anything. Melvin, Melvin, did you understand, Melvin? You're nicely smiling. Sure?
Yes.
Anyone? Niribama, Meghana, Prajot, Arjun, Fia, and Mary, Rifa. Children, you are 9th standard. Don't keep silent. If I put you in your school class, I know how much noise you make. While I was not teaching in 8th A, but I know the noise you make in the class very well. Okay. Maybe sometimes I must have come. Sometimes I must have come as a substitution teacher. I know how vibrant and energetic you are. In online session, what happened? All became so numb, dumb, no action, no reaction. I finished all the laws. Newton's third law, 0. Again I say, no action, no reaction on your face. Come, I want that 8th A students, those who bubbling with the joy and noise in the online session also. Open your mouth. Aditya, my dear, now all I saw your face. Not Aditya Nair. Yeah, Aditya, girl, Aditya. Anchita Benny, so much tensed. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Shall I wind up the session? You have no doubt regarding this? If
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
doubt, just ask. Please.
Ma'am.
Open your mouth. Nothing will happen. You just say, why are you scared to tell me? Ma'am, I did not understand. What's the problem? Shall I go to repeat again? Derivation, children? Because I'm not getting any, only 2-3 response. Others are not opening the mouth. And Mary, okay? No, she is not okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Simply don't say, without understanding, don't say, ma'am, I understood. There's no point of it, okay? Still, I'm not getting satisfied by looking at your face. So I am repeating again. Nothing to repeat. Already you know. From these steps only I want you to make sure you should understand. It's a 5-mark question, okay? Initial momentum of ball 1, m1u1. Final momentum of ball 1, m1v1. Because after collision, change in momentum, final momentum minus initial momentum, m1 into v1 minus u1. Then using Newton's second law, the force applied by the first ball on second ball, m1 into v1 minus u1 by t. That word rate in change in time will come. It indicates the time. Okay. Now, same thing we are applying in the second ball. We are not going for the steps. We just directly apply F21. That is reaction force applied by the second ball on first ball. That's why we have written F21. 2 is it's a reaction force because pink ball exerting force on it. M2 into V2 minus U2 by T. Now Newton's third law, expand it. T got cancelled when you expand. M1 V1 minus U1, M2 V2 minus U2, M1 V1 minus M1 U1, which is equal to minus M2 V2 plus M2 U2. Now this minus sign, take it to the other side. When you join all the U terms, M1 U1, this minus sign, when you take it here, it turns into plus M1 U1. I am just rearranged. I just do this step only rearranged. I made all the U terms this side after interchanging the position or transpose position. I just change it. That's all. Nothing else I did. So M1 U1 go to this side. You will get plus. Similarly, minus come to this side. It become plus. After that, I just made it proper. Only that much is that. So now you are getting total momentum before collision. Okay. Then final momentum after collision. So this value is going to be equal to this value. So this is how we completed the conservation of momentum. Next class, you have to do the problem using it. And children, one more thing. Is there any doubt regarding your activity? Is there any doubt regarding your activity? Tell me. I have sent the activity. So go to your chapter 10. Gravitation chapter. Half of the chapter, that is pressure, buoyancy, Archimedes principle. All that you refer, and first you write pressure, buoyancy, Archimedes principle definition. Okay? Then by using in the small ones are coming. Okay. Okay. Then after writing that in 2-3 pages, write 3 latest inventions based on pressure, Archimedes principle, buoyancy. Okay. So get me all these 3 inventions and write it in A4 size sheets and get the covering sheet with your name. And I will be telling you when you have to bring it. Online class, I told to send the photo. That may not be possible because of WhatsApp. It will take time to open. So I'll tell you, one of the class, everyone should bring that your assignment. I look it in your video. I want to see that assignment. That's all. So that will be next week. 24th is the last date. Okay. So do it. Enough time. Don't waste.